Good afternoon, or good evening for those of you streaming live on the East Coast. She is Elia Saldana.
And he is Jeff Rivas. And we're your hosts for the 2021 GMiS Conference Awards Showcases.
This is the third of 4 award showcases for 2021. And you can find all of them on the Great Minds in STEM YouTube channel, as well as the video profiles of the 2021 GMiS Luminary Honorees.
Today, our attention turns to the defense and intelligence community with Commitment to Country, Great Minds in STEM's annual salute to STEM in the uniformed services. This is an event with a long tradition at the GMiS conference, originally established in partnership with the Department of Defense to honor outstanding STEM professionals who, because of the highly specialized and often classified nature of their work, cannot be easily categorized and evaluated by the selection committee. This showcase also gives us a chance to highlight the importance of STEM in the defense of our nation and the unique bond engineers, scientists, and technology professionals in America's uniformed services have with their shareholders. And by shareholders, of course, I mean our men and women in uniform serving bravely around the world.
Whether as an officer or a civilian, when you choose a STEM career with a branch of the military, or at a lab or an agency that reports to the Departments of Defense and Homeland Security, you're dedicating your talent and your expertise to arming, equipping, and protecting those men and women to give them a critical technological edge.
Former Secretary of State Colin Powell, also a former general and chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, famously said, "Technology is our edge, and so I'm not interested in a fair fight." The United States has such vastly superior technology and such better training in its fighting force that any fair fight would represent a severe tactical blunder on our commander's part.
That vastly superior technology that Secretary Powell spoke about is the work product of STEM professionals like those we are honoring at this showcase. And the name of their game isn't profit and loss or market share or quarterly earnings. It is the personal and collective fulfillment that comes from knowing they've delivered on their commitment to country and applied their world-class technical expertise toward ensuring that our soldiers, sailors, airmen, Marines, and guardsmen can continue to be the most powerful and technologically advanced fighting force the world has ever seen.
We're featuring 11 honorees at this showcase, 9 STEM Hero Award winners and 2 HENAAC Award winners, including Major General Mark Toy, Chief of Staff of United Nations Command in Korea, and a longtime leader with the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers. All of them demonstrate that commitment to country every day, and the excellence of their work product is the backbone of our nation's entire defense apparatus.
One other unique element of this annual event is the way our defense contractor sponsors in the private sector come together with their partners in government to celebrate our uniformed and civilian honorees. They may compete year-round for the next big contract, but events like this one are a reminder that, at the end of the day, when it comes to the defense of our country, we're all on the same team.
There are 2 sponsors of this showcase, the Boeing Company and Lockheed Martin Corporation, and we're gonna hear from one of them now. Please enjoy this special video from the Boeing Company and an address from Mr. Stan Deal, President and CEO of Boeing Commercial Airplanes.
Ignition sequence start. 10, 9, guidance is internal. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hi, I'm Stan Deal with the Boeing Company. As someone who has greatly benefited from a STEM education, I'm pleased to be a part of the Great Minds in STEM conference and help to support STEM advancement. At Boeing, we're committed to cultivating a diverse STEM talent pipeline as evidenced by our strong 33-year partnership with Great Minds in STEM. Recently, we've partnered with hundreds of organizations to help inspire millions of young women in STEM And we've supported many educational institutions that serve underrepresented populations. Diversity makes us better. We're building a culture where all team members feel seen, heard, valued, and respected, where they can show up and be their authentic selves each day. We believe diversity and inclusion are critical drivers of safety, quality, and innovation. And cultivating diverse STEM pathways is not only mission critical for Boeing, but to the entire aerospace industry and our world. Take the impressive U.S. military. The unique skill sets, perspectives, and experiences each service member brings to the table combine into one of the most powerful forces on the planet. And we're honored that many veterans have been part of our company culture for over 100 years. Veterans make up nearly 15% of our overall workforce. In 2020, we awarded more than $14 million to 97 nonprofit veterans organizations. To our military members and veterans watching today, thank you for your service and your sacrifice. Before I go, I'd like to say thank you to Lockheed Martin for co-hosting with us. I'd also like to congratulate our 6 scholarship winners announced earlier this week. To those looking to start your own new journey, Boeing is hiring, and we'd love to meet you at the career fair later this week. And finally, to the esteemed luminary and award honorees within Boeing and beyond, thank you for your tremendous contributions. You are truly first class in diversity and first class in STEM.
Thank you, Stan, and thank you again to the Boeing Company, a founding sponsor of Great Minds in STEM and longtime sponsor of this event.
We're going to begin the awards segment of today's showcase with the first 3 STEM Hero honorees. The STEM Hero Awards were established in 2010 to highlight and honor the world-class research and development undertaken by uniformed and civilian STEM professionals across DoD and Homeland Security. These awards also allow us to highlight the work many of them are doing in the community to inspire the next generation to pursue degrees in STEM. Let's meet our first 3 STEM heroes. Alfredo Lopez-Estrada is a leader within the Defense Contract Management Agency's Commercial Item Group, where he continues to show unmatched leadership ability through his significant project contributions. In the past year, Alfredo has been a critical leader for the Future of Commercial Acquisitions project and the Acquisition Community Collaboration Initiative, where he exhibited a level of responsibility within DCMA that far exceeds his position. Alfredo set an ambitious goal in 2019 to reimagine the way Department of Defense uses commercial acquisitions by partnering with industry, which subsequently became the Future of Commercial Acquisitions project. Alfredo's idea evolved into him being the lead engineer of the project, which required extensive communication and conversations with the defense pricing and contracting principal leadership and industry to develop a course of action to solve such a monumental challenge. Outside of the office, Alfredo volunteers with the Help Enable Local Pandemic Response Organization. He has impacted over 800 households by collecting items for families in need across Maricopa County, Arizona, which is more than 30% Hispanic. Congratulations, Alfredo.
I'm pleased, honored, and humbled to be receiving such prestigious award as the STEM Hero Award and to join past recipients who protect and serve our great nation through their outstanding STEM skills. I am sincerely grateful for the recognition I have received for my work, as I am sure that all of the nominees were capable of winning this award. I have faced several challenges throughout my career that have made me the professional that I am today, a professional with a passion to help others, focused on supporting the warfighter, and a professional with the leadership required for creating a new commercial culture within the Department of Defense. Winning this award would not have been possible without the inspiration I have received from my seniors and my colleagues, for whom I have the deepest respect and from whom I have derived the strength to challenge myself and perform better at my profession. I commit myself to continue leading the efforts to develop solutions to complex commercial acquisition problems and delivering subject matter expertise to our Department of Defense customer at the speed of relevance. I sincerely thank the Great Minds in STEM organization for recognizing my efforts, and I hope this is just the beginning of a long-lasting partnership. Thank you.
Luis Valcourt-Colon is the lead software developer for the Battle Management System at the Naval Surface Warfare Center Dahlgren Division. In this role, he provides key contributions to the high-volume, long-range precision strike platform, developing innovative solutions for emerging warfighting challenges for the U.S. Navy and other services. Mr. Valcourt-Colon also serves as the Science, Technology, Engineering, and Mathematics leads for the Sea Perch program, a STEM outreach program designed to unite science and engineering professionals with middle and high school students and teachers. He's proven to be an exceptional Sea Perch collaborator and mentor, expanding the area of impact from 4 local school districts to 40 schools in Virginia and 10 schools in Puerto Rico. He's been effective at introducing innovative ideas and engaging students and teachers. This has allowed him to take what started as a very small outreach program within the local vicinity of Dahlgren, Virginia, and grow it into one of the most active and effective STEM programs at the Naval Surface Warfare Center. Today, he engages over 350 students and 40 teachers across multiple nationalities and ethnicities. Congratulations, Luis.
Hello everyone, my name is Luis Valcourt and I'm very humble and happy to be here. Grateful for this award and to be able to participate with all of you during this event. Ever since I was little, I was curious about every piece of technology, how it works, what is it that makes it what it is, and how I can do that. I then started investing time in following the STEM path to learn and continually increase my knowledge, as well as volunteering time to help others. I feel a responsibility to reach back to the community and help the future scientists to achieve these goals. If I were to turn back, I will start doing this earlier, and my advice to you is to always value your time and keep learning. Time is something that we cannot get back. However, knowledge is always a stay with us, so keep at it. I am very grateful for the National Surface Warfare Center Dahlgren Division for their help and time, especially the Sea Perch and Sea Glide teams for their volunteering efforts, as well as participating with all of us every time. I hope to see you all soon. Thank you for your time.
Ms. Lauren Perez has distinguished herself as a superb leader and highly respected scientist at the Naval Surface Warfare Center, Dahlgren Division. As the test and evaluation lead for the Office of Naval Research's High-Powered Joint Electromagnetic Non-Kinetic Strike Project, or HIJANKS. She's a critical asset in this high-profile multi-agency program as it aims to integrate this novel, high-powered microwave electronic attack capability with an airborne platform. Ms. Perez quickly learned the technical intricacies of her role and grasped the many independent testing aspects within the HIJANKS program. She united the cross-country engineering teams into a cohesive, efficient testing and evaluation organization. As the daughter of immigrants who were forced to leave Cuba with a single suitcase after the Communist Revolution, she is proud of her Hispanic heritage and seeks to ensure a diverse workplace that allows all individuals to thrive. She is an active member of the Command's Diversity and Inclusion Committee, and she led a Generational Differences focus group for her department. Felicidades, Lauren.
I'm so honored to have been chosen as one of the 2021 HENAAC STEM Heroes. All of my earlier experiences, both negative and positive, have provided me with opportunities to become a fiercer, more impactful advocate for fairness and equality in the workforce. Being a woman in a male-dominated field and industry, it helps to have thick skin, if not only so that you can pave the way in front of you for others to follow more easily. My hope for those of you entering into or currently in the professional workplace is to challenge yourselves to bring your uniqueness every day to every challenge and continue to pave the way for others to make even greater leaps. I would like to thank my management for nominating me, my grandparents on both sides for their sacrifice, my family for their endless support, and my boyfriend for keeping me grounded throughout this pandemic.
Congratulations to our first 3 STEM heroes. We'll meet the rest in just a few minutes, but first, we want to acknowledge our second sponsor of this showcase, the Lockheed Martin Corporation, and their president and CEO, Mr. James Takelet, who you'll hear from in just a second.
Lockheed Martin is a founding sponsor of Great Minds in STEM and a host sponsor for the entire 2021 conference.
Great design is timeless, but the future always beckons, opening new doors to new possibilities, empowering us to imagine new solutions to the world's most complex challenges. In the future, Lockheed Martin engineers immerse themselves in revolutionary design systems, turning ideas into solutions at speeds we can't even imagine today. Our scientists design groundbreaking materials and define a whole new art of the possible for the solutions we deliver. Our teams work together across space and time, guided by cognitive assistants that put our entire legacy at our fingertips. A digital tapestry makes possible a seamless flow of knowledge, connecting us and all our partners. Humans and intelligent machines work side by side in this factory of the future. Artificial intelligence automates testing and accelerates our journey to first flight. Digital twins of our platforms make it possible to sustain and improve them, even after they've left the factory. Integrated solutions are delivered to our customers to safeguard all we hold dear. Our passion for innovation extends to the generation after next. Great design is timeless. At Lockheed Martin, the future is closer than you think.
Hello and welcome. I'm honored to join you for this celebration of service, achievement, and excellence. This salute to STEM in the uniformed services is a wonderful recognition of Hispanic service members, contractors, and scholars who have served with honor and distinction in the military, in the public sector, and in U.S. industry. They have strengthened our national defense and leadership through their work in science, technology, engineering, and math. On behalf of my teammates at Lockheed Martin, I'm proud to express our gratitude to these special honorees and to all of those who have served and are serving in our armed forces. We're also grateful to their families and loved ones who often share in their sacrifices as they serve all around the world. As CEO of Lockheed Martin and a veteran of the United States Air Force, I also recognize what our service members mean to our industry and our nation's progress. For more than a century, veterans in our workforce have inspired and shaped our company with their sense of purpose. Today, more than 1 in 5 Lockheed Martin employees is a military veteran. Their patriotism and their spirit help us better serve our customers and our nation every day. As we look to the challenges of the 21st century, we know that our nation will need the best and the brightest talent from all backgrounds in order to drive the highest levels of innovation. Organizations like Great Minds in STEM will be critical to opening the doors of opportunity to the next generation of Hispanic talent. We are proud to stand with GMiS. And once again, I thank our honorees for their service and for all that their achievements mean for building hope and opportunity for every American. Thank you and enjoy the rest of the program.
Thank you, Mr. Takelet and the entire Lockheed Martin team for your steadfast support of great minds in STEM. Okay, back to our awards. Here are our next 3 STEM Hero honorees for 2021. Captain Arturo Urquieta's leadership and expertise have guided the 70th Intelligence, Surveillance, and Reconnaissance Wing through many technically challenging situations. He accomplished a complete rebuild of the local classified network and led a team that developed and executed an installation plan to support the base information transport infrastructure's $1 billion contract to renovate the infrastructure base-wide. Each of these were massive undertakings for a well-manned and technically proficient team, but an even bigger feat when the resources and manpower are limited and airmen at your disposal are newly trained, challenges he navigated masterfully. Born in Chile, his American citizen parents moved the family back to the United States when young Arturo was just 8 years old. He attended the University of Washington on an Air Force ROTC scholarship. Captain Urquieta, whose call sign is Turbo, has impressed his superior officers. One commented that Turbo is a phenomenal officer, leader, and airman. He holds himself to such an incredibly high standard that he becomes the standard on which to measure and to whom I point my squadron as someone to emulate.
I wanted to share a little background about my own diverse and unique story that has led me here today and what inspired me throughout my career with a brief 2-minute story. Our whole family decided to move from Santiago, Chile to the United States when I was just 8 years old. Both my parents believed that would be of great benefit for all of us and also allow my sister and I higher education opportunities as we grew older. Well, they were certainly right. But first, I had to learn English, and that was no easy task. As I moved to the United States and I was in 2nd grade, I was placed into an English as a second language or ESL class separate from all other students. By the end of that school year, I picked up the language enough to feel comfortable to move on to that traditional public school setting. By 3rd grade, I was in that traditional spot. I was shocked and just blessed to see that continuous pace of improvement in the language. It really kept me going. My motivation and inspiration came from my parents, as they also moved up in society with better and better jobs, as we all started from scratch at the bottom with nothing when we first arrived to the States. That drive to continuously improve and seek challenges when you are presented with obvious obstacles right in front of you, i.e. not understanding the language whatsoever and not having any money, and to really dig deep, really stuck with me. This should not stop you from reaching those aspirations, but rather just push you harder to overcome them. Today, I continue to seek challenges presented in front of me, even though they might seem impossible at first. Today, I want you to seek them, conquer them, and move on to the next, as you'll continue to wake up each and every day, blessed and content with all that you have accomplished as you reflect about your life and what drives you. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Oscar Vélez-Ramos first joined the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers as an intern at the Engineer and Research Development Center in Vicksburg, Mississippi. Impressed with his work, Mr. Vélez-Ramos received and accepted an offer to join USA's St. Louis district while he was still a graduate student. He put grad school on hold for a bit to start his professional career, but he soon found himself back in his native Puerto Rico, where he was deployed as part of USA's disaster response following Hurricane Maria, helping directly to restore the grid in and around his hometown. With a combination of in-person and remote classes due to his work obligations and the sudden onset of the COVID-19 pandemic, Mr. Vélez-Ramos completed his 2 master's degrees in water resources and environmental engineering from the University of Puerto Rico at Mayagüez in 2020. During his 6 years with USA's St. Louis district, Mr. Vélez-Ramos has been actively engaged in the recruitment of new hires. He's also a member of the STEM team within the St. Louis district, where he attends various community events. Congratulations, Oscar.
So first of all, I want to thank Great Minds in STEM for doing what you guys do. Secondly, I accept this prestigious award the 2021 STEM Hero Award. It's such an honor to receive this award. So thank you. And some of us doesn't have the privilege to get access to great schools since the early days. So for those of us, we have worked hard and probably harder maybe, but our desire to build a great STEM career had made it possible. So that is basically my message to the young ones and the students out there. Just don't give up on your dreams. Work hard on achieving them, and you'll do great things. It's just having the desire and working very hard for your goals. So again, thank you for this award. It's such an honor.
An active duty Air Force officer, First Lieutenant Pablo Buenrostro is the Fuse and Warhead Branch Principal Investigator and Portfolio Manager at the Air Force Research Laboratory. In this role, he executes $100 million plus worth of research, from basic sciences to prototypes and demonstrators. He's spent the majority of his career at AFRL working as a principal investigator for research ranging from air-to-air and reactive materials to warheads. His work impacts $110 billion or more worth of Department of Defense programs. He also worked as a portfolio manager of research covering hypersonics, selectable effects, hard target defeat, and emerging and pervasive technology. These efforts will transition to an additional $30 billion worth of DoD programs. Lieutenant Buenrostro also volunteered for the Language-Enabled Airmen program, which sends participants into linguistically and culturally complex settings with the goal of enhancing language proficiency and understanding varied cultures. A dedicated engineer, Lieutenant Buenrostro's commitment and talent have earned a reputation as a dedicated engineer, a superb Air Force officer, and an exemplary model for scientists and engineers throughout the Department of Defense.
Good afternoon. Thank you for this award, such an honor. Thank you to my leadership for supporting me and submitting me, and to the committee for selecting me. If I could go back and give my younger self a piece of advice, I would say seek out mentorship earlier in my career, both as a student and as a professional. As a young man, maybe I was too shy, timid, or stubborn to go up to individuals that I admired and just pick their brain, ask them how they got to where they are in life, and maybe run some scenarios by them. You'd be surprised how much people are willing to share and give advice, especially to young folks who are starting out. That'd be my piece of advice to you young folks coming up behind us. So thank you so much again for this award. Have a great day.
Wow. Okay. We've got 3 more STEM heroes, followed by 2 of our HENAAC award winners from the Uniformed Services for 2021. But first, I want to remind you all to visit GMISconference.org to view the personal tribute videos our HENAAC Award and STEM Hero Award winners have submitted.
And don't forget to visit and subscribe to the GMIS YouTube channel, where you can find and share videos of all of this year's honorees. That's youtube.com/GMISTEM.
Now let's get back to our final 3 STEM heroes for 2021. Ms. Ingrid Bonn is the Project Manager Forward of the Programs and Project Management Division at the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers Jacksonville District. Her portfolio of projects includes the Herbert Hoover Dike Major Dam Safety Rehabilitation Project, a project with a total budget of $1.8 billion, and the Indian River Lagoon South Ecosystem Restoration Project, with total costs of over $4.3 billion. On the Herbert Hoover Dike Rehabilitation Project alone, she played a key role in advancing the schedule forward 3 years with construction now due to be completed in 2022 instead of 2025, as originally estimated, and she realized significant cost savings of over $70 million. Ms. Bonn first joined the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers in the Baltimore District's Construction Division. She took an assignment with the National Park Service managing ecosystem restoration projects in the Florida Everglades before joining USA's Jacksonville Division, where she's been ever since.
It was an honor to receive the Great Minds in STEM's STEM Hero Award. I thank the board for the opportunity to speak with you today. I specifically would like to address the high school and college students in the audience. You are very much like my son, who is a freshman engineering student at Florida Atlantic University. I spent most of my 28-year career as an engineer in the service of the American people. I was inspired to serve by my grandfather, who volunteered in the Army when the call came in World War II, and my father, who volunteered to go to Vietnam. Both my parents were math teachers in the Puerto Rico public school system. Growing up, I had many examples of devoting one's God-given talents to the greater good. A person with an aptitude for science, technology, engineering, and math has a unique opportunity to help others, whether by reducing the risk of floods or reducing the impact to public health and the environment from the practices of the past, as some examples. The first engineer I ever met when I was an elementary school student was a young man who visited my rural home to ask my parents about the water supply problems our community was having. His interest in solving our community's lack of water and his kindness stayed with me to this day and inspired me to pursue an engineering career. Throughout this conference, you've seen very many examples of professionals who've devoted their career to service. I hope you too have been inspired by them. Thank you.
Dr. Christopher M. Valdez is a distinguished research biologist in the radio frequency branch at the Air Force Research Laboratory. He's a recognized subject matter expert in his field. His work on neural mechanisms affected by radio frequency energy is essential to the mission of the Department of Defense. This highly complex and dynamic area of work supports the safety and protection of our nation's warfighters in a variety of uncertain and evolving operational environments, and it's central to understanding potential adversary effects. Dr. Valdez started his career with the U.S. Air Force in 2016 as a postdoctoral fellow with fellowships from both the National Research Council and the Oak Ridge Institute for Science and Education. After completing his fellowships in 2018, he transitioned into a civilian position as a research biologist in neuroscience. Beyond his primary mission, Dr. Valdez also manages the Edison Grant, and he founded the Scientific Training to Advanced Research Readiness program to increase junior scientist and engineer contributions. Since 2018, he has mentored 10 undergraduate students and 3 military members.
Thank you for selecting me to be a 2021 STEM Hero, and thank you for my division and branch leadership for their support.
Ms. Liliana Alvarado-Ortiz joined the National Reconnaissance Office in the fall of 2020. In just under a year at the Survivability Assurance Office, she not only exceeded expectation, she's obliterated them. Her superiors cite her incredible combination of expert technical leadership prowess, team-building focus, and program management realism as qualities that have made her a key leader. In a very short time, Ms. Alvarado-Ortiz rose to Deputy Program Manager for a technically demanding software development program charged with delivering space situational awareness and decision support, capabilities critical to the nation's space defense. She solidified her reputation as a rising leader in the NRO's mission to design, build, launch, and maintain America's intelligent satellites. The combination of this national defense need and the technical demands of this program make her achievements truly unique amongst her peers in the Department of Defense and intelligent communities. In addition to her professional duties, Ms. Alvarado-Ortiz makes time to serve as chairman for the NRO's Hispanic Advisory Network, where she's responsible for promoting diversity, equal opportunity, and cultural awareness throughout the intelligence community. Felicidades, Liliana.
I am so thankful and honored to receive the STEM Hero recognition today. This is my 18th year, celebrating my growth and the many blessings of my federal servant career as a contributor to the Department of Defense and the national security. It is hard to believe that it was almost yesterday when I was graduating college, becoming a Navy officer, and undertaking one of the best journeys of my life, leaning and learning on so many mentors and role models that were willing to give me not a handout, but a hand up to become the professional and leader that I am today. And as leaders, we must continue our work to enable more mentors and role models to be there and continue to make a difference and the needed representation among our Hispanic workforce, but more importantly, in the STEM fields. In doing so, I believe our country will be better for it, and we'll be able to solve the most complex problems in such a complicated world. Hispanics and women must continue to join us in science, technical, and engineering fields, and more importantly, our national security workforce. So keep up the good work, the good grades, and join us all in our quest for excellence.
The brightest fires begin with a single spark, and so do careers in STEM. An experience that ignites their passion, a role model who makes them believe. With your support, Great Minds in STEM can help more underserved children find that spark. We can sustain their fires with college scholarships, and we can expose them to career opportunities so they can achieve their dreams. Consider a tax-deductible donation to Great Minds in STEM and help us change the lives of those we serve. Visit greatmindsinstem.org/donate today.
Congratulations again to the entire class of 2021 STEM Heroes.
Yes, Elia. And now it's time to shift gears to our two HENAAC Award winners from the Uniformed Services. To present the award for Professional Achievement Level 2 in the military, please welcome the Director of Engineering and Technical Management and Chief Engineer, Air Force Materiel Command, Wright-Patterson Air Force Base, Mr. Thomas M. Fisher, SES.
Dr. Joni Arnold oversees critical materials science research to meet the nation's strategic defense priorities. Her areas of expertise include structural materials, composites, metals, and materials state awareness. After graduating from college with a degree in physics, Joni became a school teacher in her native Puerto Rico. A former college professor sensed her potential and encouraged her to pursue graduate school. And so at age 27, she left for the University of Akron in Ohio, eventually earning both her master's and doctoral degrees. Dr. Arnold soon landed at the Naval Air Warfare Center Aircraft Division, where she excelled researching structural composites and adhesives. She followed that up with a stint at the University of Dayton Research Institute, where she managed a $30 million DARPA program. Then, in 2004, Dr. Arnold joined the Air Force Research Laboratory, a place she credits with providing both a sense of purpose and unparalleled opportunities for growth. After rising through the ranks, she was selected to attend Air War College, the senior professional military education school of the Air Force, which she completed in 2015. Later, while serving on the Air Force Research Laboratory headquarters staff, she overhauled system-wide policies and procedures that impacted a $6 billion portfolio of programs. Today, Dr. Arnold guides the efforts of more than 290 government and contractor personnel conducting research and development in materials, metals, composites, and non-destructive evaluation of materials. Her work has applications in propulsion, aerostructures, weapons, and sustainment, and impacts air and space programs everywhere. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor to present the HENAAC Award for Professional Achievement Level 2 to Dr. Joni Arnold.
I have worked for the Department of Defense for many years. I started with the U.S. Navy, working for NAVSEA, and currently I work for the Air Force Research Laboratory. And it's a great organization, populated with a lot of people that really want to make a difference and want to develop state-of-the-art technologies for the warfighter. Throughout my career, I've had challenges, personally and professionally. And again, people have made the biggest difference. I would like to give 3 little nuggets of advice for those of you who are in the earlier part of your careers. First, always do the best you can. No matter how big or small the job is, give it the very best. Second, take every opportunity to learn. Most organizations will give you the opportunities through classes, through assignments, through different positions. Take advantage of those and be ready for the next job. And third, help others. Always give your hand to others to help them, pull them up. Be there for them. They will be there for you. And I promise you it will make a big difference. So with that, thank you again for this honor.
Congratulations, Dr. Arnold. Well, we've made it to today's final honor, the 2021 Chairman's Award, which will go to the indomitable Major General R. Mark Toy. Here to introduce General Toy is the chairman himself, Dr. Juan Rivera, CEO and chairman of the board of Great Minds in STEM, who will be joined by retired general and fellow board member Cedric T. Wins, who was also a longtime colleague of General Toy during their stellar careers with the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers.
Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, ladies and gentlemen, wherever you are enjoying this inspirational awards showcase. The GMiS Chairman's Award was created in 1989 to recognize an outstanding Los Angeles educator, the legendary Jaime Escalante. All of the award categories at that time were for professionals making world-class contributions in science and engineering, and Escalante didn't quite fit into any of the award categories. And so the GMiS Board of Directors gave the chairman sole discretion to bestow an additional HENAAC award to someone who's had an extraordinary impact on STEM in the community, in their industry, or across the country. Past winners of the Chairman's Award include former Lockheed Martin corporate CEOs, Mr. Robert J. Stevens and Ms. Marilyn Hewson. The Honorable Carlos N. Ramirez, former mayor of the city of El Paso. Michael Carroll, former dean of the School of Engineering at Rice University. Ms. Sandra Evers Manley, vice president of corporate responsibility at the Northrop Grumman Corporation. And Mr. Tyrone Taborn, founder of the Hispanic Engineer and Black Engineer magazines, as well as the creator of the BEA Conference. There have been 23 Chairman's Awards since this tradition began 33 years ago. This year, we add another inspirational leader to this prestigious list. And we get to make a little bit of history because as he becomes the first member of the Armed Forces to receive the Chairman's Award. The 2021 Chairman's Award is presented to Major General R. Mark Toy. Here to share some of Major General Toy's background is our own GMiS board member and president of the Virginia Military Institute, retired Major General Cedric Wins.
Major General Toy is a fourth-generation Chinese American born in San Francisco, California. Upon graduating from high school, Mark accepted a congressional nomination to attend the United States Military Academy at West Point, graduating on May 27, 1987, with a commission as a second lieutenant in the United States Army Corps of Engineers. In his 35th year of service, Major General Toy currently serves as the Chief of Staff for the United Nations Command stationed at Camp Humphreys in South Korea. As Chief of Staff, Major General Toy is the staff lead for a 4-star joint multinational headquarters that is recognized as the lead for Armistice Agreement enforcement and an enabler for security and stability on the Korean Peninsula. As a general officer, Major General Toy has commanded 3 different engineer divisions for the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers, the Mississippi Valley Division, the Great Lakes and Ohio River Division, and the South Pacific Division. As a colonel, he served as Chief of Staff at Headquarters U.S. Army Corps of Engineers and Commander and District Engineer for the Los Angeles District in California. As a Lieutenant Colonel, he commanded the 84th Engineer Battalion in combat for a year-long overseas deployment. Major General Toy has moved 18 times in his Army career and is deployed to Iraq, Afghanistan, and Bosnia-Herzegovina. He has earned numerous awards and decorations, including the Army Distinguished Service Medal, the Legion of Merit, Bronze Star, Meritorious Service Medal, Army Commendation Medal, and the Army Achievement Medal.
I first met Major General Mark Toy when he was the commander for the Los Angeles District of the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers. Even with all of his responsibilities, he still found time to sponsor our Viva Technology programs in the Southern California area. He was instrumental in realizing and executing Great Minds in STEM's revolutionary STEM Up program, a 5-year initiative in partnership with the DoD that brought year-round STEM awareness to dozens of schools and hundreds of students across East Los Angeles. During his time at the Army Corps of Engineers, General Toy was a force of nature here at GMiS and our conference. He hosted many of our award shows, manned the Army Corps of Engineers career fair booth, he met with college students at every chance that he had, and he made time to personally meet and welcome candidates that were hired at the conference. I think that one of the most lasting memories for many of us was of him leading students and professionals gathered for the dinner in a foot-stomping rendition of "We Will Rock You." He is a leader that brings trust, compassion, stability, and hope in all of his assignments. People naturally want to follow him and be inspired. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the very first member of the military services to receive the 2021 Chairman's Award, Major General R. Mark Toy.
Annyeonghaseyo, and good afternoon. My wife May and I would like to extend a warm welcome from the land of the morning calm in Camp Humphreys, Republic of Korea. I will begin by expressing my most sincere appreciation for this prestigious honor. I am proud and humbled by the Chairman's recognition, even more so when contemplating the accomplishments and contributions of past recipients. For more than 30 years, the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers has been associated with great minds in STEM. My own involvement began in 2004 when I was a young major. I remember attending my first national conference and feeding off of the energy of the participants. From that time forward, I was hooked. It was an awe-inspiring feeling and one that has stayed with me for the past 17 years. Over the years, I have participated in numerous activities and events in support of the Great Minds in STEM vision and mission. As a colonel in the Los Angeles District, I enjoyed being a part of Viva Technology events with students from the Southern California area. Now, as a general officer, the national conferences are always a recurring event on my calendar. By far, my favorite part of these conferences are the career fairs because it gives the Department of the Army the opportunity to hire the best and brightest men and women into the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers. As my participation has grown with the Great Minds in STEM organization, so too has my relationship with the Great Minds in STEM family. I'm incredibly proud to know and work with so many wonderful people in this fine organization. My sincere thanks for allowing me to be part of your family. I am here today because of the incredible support of colleagues, mentors, friends, and family. Again, my most humble thanks for this honor, and I look forward to continuing my association with Great Minds in STEM for many years to come.
Congratulations again, General Toy, and to all of today's honorees. That's going to do it for Commitment to Country, GMIS's annual salute to STEM in the uniformed services. We want to thank all of you streaming this live and remind our student conference attendees that tomorrow is day one of the virtual career fair.
Tomorrow is also the 2021 Student Leadership Awards, taking place live for conference attendees on the Shindig platform. So you and I get to step off the stage for the day and watch the 4 HENAAC Award winners for student leadership get their moment in the spotlight. And we'll learn who the winners of the many competitions taking place at the GMIS conference will be, including the 2021 College Bowl champions.
But fear not. Elia and I will be back Friday with The Power of Leadership, our final award showcase for 2021, where we'll honor the last 7 HENAAC Award winners, including Engineer of the Year, Dr. Marla Perez Davis of the NASA Glenn Research Center.
Goodbye.